The Buffalo Bills have unleashed a game plan that's striking fear across the league.
Buffalo at the 49-yard line. On the ground, breaking tackles, James Cook inside the 20, inside the 5,
Without a doubt, they have been impressive.
Shakir motions over. Allen backs up. Trying to create, scanning the end zone, delivers a strike along the back end line, caught for a touchdown by Dalton Kincaid.
Known for their powerhouse offense and formidable defense, the Bills are now playing with a strategy so aggressive and unpredictable that fans and analysts don't know what to expect anymore. Unlike anything we've seen from Buffalo in recent years, this new approach is all about crushing opponents from start to finish, setting an intimidating tone that has teams wondering if they can withstand the storm. But will this high-stakes game plan lead them to glory, or will the risks catch up with them? And just how far are they willing to go to secure victory? Well, let's dive deep into the Bills' bold new strategy and what it means for their season. You see, the Buffalo Bills' 2024 season has taken on a life of its own, with fans and analysts buzzing about the new game plan. The plan is an aggressive change in strategy that has caught the league off guard. Opponents are calling it evil, and for good reason. This plan isn't about playing nice or keeping games close. It's about crushing the competition, asserting dominance from kickoff to the final whistle. Their strategy has been completely redesigned by the new head coach, who has made it apparent that winning big is the only goal. And, well, this shift in mentality couldn't have come at a better time. After years of near misses and playoff heartbreaks, the Bills are chasing something bigger. But before we get into that, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell as we continue. If you have a look at the current season, there have been many exhilarating highs and some discouraging lows during the Buffalo Bills 2024 season. They have an outstanding 8-2 record through the first 10 weeks, which puts them on top of the AFC East and solidifies their position as a conference powerhouse. The team appears sharper, faster, and more prepared for high-stakes games than in prior years, and their dominant performances and a few near victories have increased interest. This season's pivotal victories have highlighted the Bills' development. Their game versus the Miami Dolphins was pivotal because the Bills not only prevailed, but also made a strong statement to their divisional opponents. In a game that saw both offenses go blow for blow, Buffalo's defense stepped up, securing critical turnovers and preventing Miami from gaining any sustained momentum. Josh Allen, who continues to be one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks, was in his element as he threw for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. This win solidified the Bills' control in the AFC East, setting them up as the team to beat in their division. And it's not just the throws. Recently, he raked in his 57th career rushing touchdown. It was impressive.
Allen keeps it. Josh Allen at the 5, takes it in, touchdown! His 57th career rushing touchdown.
Another highlight was the recent victory over the Indianapolis Colts, which provided a glimpse into Buffalo's potential as a Super Bowl contender. Facing off against the Colts, the Bills executed a near-flawless game plan. The defense consistently pressured the Colts' offense, disrupting their rhythm and forcing multiple mistakes. Meanwhile, Allen's offense played with precision, making quick adjustments and capitalizing on the Colts' defensive lapses. This win not only boosted the team's confidence, but also sent a signal to the rest of the league that Buffalo is ready to compete at the highest level. But in spite of their highs, they have experienced some setbacks. Some weaknesses were shown by their 2 losses, one to the Jets and the other to the Houston Texans, which came as a surprise. Turnovers were expensive in both games, and the Bills had trouble getting back on track following a few early mistakes. These defeats demonstrated the importance of consistency and discipline, but they also provided the squad with insightful lessons that they have subsequently applied to improve their strategy. So far, they are in a strong position to make the playoffs, but they must win every game to gain home field advantage. The team is aware that it must maintain its focus and momentum to win important games that lie ahead. Now, every game is a step closer to their ultimate objective, and the Bills are well aware of the stakes, which is why they've employed a new strategy. The Buffalo Bills' 2024 season game plan represents a drastic shift in philosophy, one that prioritizes relentless aggression on both sides of the ball. Under the new management, the coaching staff has adopted a strategy this season that aims to overwhelm opponents from the outset. Unlike prior years, where Buffalo would frequently rely on careful, controlled play calling, this approach is all about taking calculated risks and pushing the pace. The idea is to keep opponents continually on edge, apprehensive of what's coming next. The Bills have launched a much quicker and more exciting offensive assault. Their spread offense and no-huddle strategy are intended to wear out opposition teams and take advantage of mismatches. They force defensive units to play exhausted and tense by keeping the tempo high and preventing them from substituting new players. This has resulted in a noticeable decrease in sacks and a rise in short yardage gains that sustain drives. To optimize the potential of their playmakers, the Bills have also introduced increasingly intricate route combinations. Tight ends are commonly used in seam routes to extend the field vertically, while wide receivers like Curtis Samuel and Khalil Shakir are taking on new roles, running crossing patterns, slants, and fast outs after the departure of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. This variety makes big plays possible, which compels defenses to cover every square inch of the field. With planned quarterback runs and a greater dependence on the running backs to provide balance, the running game has also evolved. The Bills keep teams guessing by incorporating these rushing aspects, which prevents them from concentrating on a few key players. They've also implemented a more aggressive defensive strategy that puts an emphasis on creating pressure and turnovers. To throw off the quarterback's timing, they're utilizing blitz packages a lot this season, sending linebackers and even defensive backs. And so, it's challenging for quarterbacks to step up and establish a rhythm because the defensive line has been trained to collapse the pocket quickly. With a focus on pressing receivers at the line of scrimmage and tighter man coverage, the secondary has also assumed greater responsibilities. By interfering with route timing, this press coverage technique seeks to make it more difficult for opposition offenses to carry out their plays with accuracy. This new approach sets the Bills apart from previous years by fostering a culture of controlled chaos. Every player on the field knows their assignment, but is also given the freedom to be aggressive. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy that, so far, has paid off. By constantly putting pressure on opponents and playing at a neck-breaking pace, the Bills are aiming to dominate every game from start to finish. This all-in mentality has defined the Bills as a team with a clear goal: to not just win, but to do so with authority. The key part? The players. With the Buffalo Bills developing a scheme around his special abilities, Josh Allen is undoubtedly the focal point of their high-octane attack this season.
Allen, middle of the field, pass is complete. Josh Allen said they're good. Allen zips it to his left, Shipley's. At a third down, he goes to the middle, and he's got Shakir. If Shakir got some yardage back, he's almost at the first down marker.
Without a doubt, his passes are impressive and sharp. The coaching staff has even highlighted Allen's skills as a rusher and passer this season. He's throwing more quickly and precisely, which enables him to make decisions more quickly and take fewer blows. Rollouts and well-planned quarterback runs provide the fast-paced offense an unpredictable edge while utilizing Allen's agility. The Bills take use of Allen's height and agility to break through defensive lines and aren't scared to trust him to run the ball himself in crucial circumstances. Together with this fresh, quick-release technique, his versatility has increased the offensive speed and reduced his exposure to expensive sacks. With Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis both leaving the team in the offseason, the Bills have turned to their current primary wide receiver, Khalil Shakir, to step into a leading role. Shakir, now the top wideout in the Bills' offensive scheme, has risen to the challenge with his sharp route running and ability to make contested catches. Despite being younger and less experienced than his predecessors, Shakir has shown flashes of brilliance, especially in clutch moments. His agility and quickness help him create separation on short routes, while his toughness make him a reliable target in the red zone. The coaching staff has also made use of Shakir's versatility, often lining him up in different formations to exploit mismatches and keep defenses guessing. Although Shakir is still developing into a full-fledged star, his growing chemistry with Allen is evident, and his contributions have been crucial to the Bills' offensive success this season. On the defensive end, Von Miller has been a disruptive force on the field, applying constant pressure to opposition quarterbacks during pass rush situations. Because of him, other defensive linemen can locate advantageous matchups, resulting in a well-rounded pass rush that's difficult for opponents to match. Linebackers like Matt Milano have stepped up to support Miller and add diversity to the defense. The Bills have been able to conceal their plans and keep offenses guessing thanks to Milano's exceptional play in both run stopping and pass coverage. He's frequently used in blitz packages, adding another dimension to Buffalo's aggressive defense. Undeniably, this team's high-tempo offensive approach is paying off as they average over 300 total yards each game. Their scoring average is also quite impressive, with the team putting up around 30 points per game. Without a doubt, they probably have what it takes to go all the way to the Super Bowl this season. Let's wait and see how things unfold.